So I shared a story that back in 2012, one of the ladies in our church, she was way up in the military. And actually what happened before 2012, she had run one of the military bases over in Japan. She's the only American woman that had ever gone through a Japanese officers training center. She could speak Japanese so fluently. And then before she retired, they transferred her to the Carlisle War College, where she became a teacher, and they were going to give her another advancement in her grade, her military position. So she asked me to come and do the honors. Well, I never did nothing like that before. So I went there, and there was all these, I don't even know what they were, generals and admirals. I mean, bigwigs. So I preached Jesus to them all. Okay, not a long time because I had wisdom. And then I prayed over her. Well, what happened is she retired, and she was hired by Bush to oversee all of the chemical, I'm not lying, and biological warfare of our nation. And then when Obama got in, he kept her. And into the end of his first term, 2012, she called me up one day very upset, and she said to me, Pastor Mike, please pray, please pray. We need to get this man out of office. And I said, well, tell me what's going on, sister. And she said, I can't tell you a lot, but he's given away all of our secrets on chemical warfare and biological warfare. And I said, why in the world would he do that? She said, because he's got this thought in his head, mutual destruction, like when we gave away the secrets for the nuclear bomb. I don't know if you know that. We gave our enemies the secrets to our nuclear bombs, for it would be mutual destruction. How many know that's mutual insanity? And she told me, I said, well, she said it would take 6 to 8 years for them to be able to take that information and begin to use it against us. Well, we know he did win. But I shared that story, no names, didn't put it online. I shared that story. People began to come out of the woodwork right away. They said, well, why didn't you tell us right away? Well, first of all, a wise man holds it until afterwards, but a fool utters of his mind. And the Lord didn't release it. Plus, I wanted to protect her, so I kept my mouth shut. She didn't tell me it was top secret information, but you know what? Politicians give away the secrets of America all the time. I mean, it's a proven fact. That's a whole nother story. So then somebody else said to me, oh, you better watch it because they might kill you. I don't, see, my mind don't operate that way. I don't, and so I gave her some links to some of my books. 62 times I've seen God supernaturally protect us, and another book, but it didn't faze the woman. She's just full of fear. And basically, I'm not, see, my mind don't operate that way. I don't operate in fear. See, God that's not my operating system. See, my mind's been transformed and renewed, and neither was it the operating system of the early church. Peter wasn't afraid of them killing him. Matter of fact, when they went to kill Peter, he said, hey, crucify me upside down. I'm not worthy to be crucified upright. And when they went to take Paul's head, he wasn't begging for mercy. Remember when Pilate went to take the life of Jesus, he said, listen, no man takes my life. I lay it down on myself freely. He said, don't you know I have the power to take? Don't you know? And he said, you have no power but what God, my Father, permits you. And so I believe if I'm walking in the realm of faith, the enemy has no power over me as long as I'm in the will of God. But see, I didn't get there overnight. My mind was transformed. My mind was changed. My mind was renewed. I got a new operating system. I was never a courageous young man. I was never a fearless young man. I was never a bold young man. I just followed everybody. I was never a leader. But when I got born again and I began to renew my heart and my mind, the gifts that were within me began to spring forth. And it's only based upon the word of God. So now, what if you're called to be an apostle, prophet, evangelist, pastor, and teacher? Well, listen, those gifts can only spring forth to the extent that you renew your mind.